In the earlier episodes of Amazing Tripura, we took you to the Manakya dynasty's grand Agartala Palace. Unakoti, Tripura's amazing Chabimura, and Shaktipeeth Tripureshwari. In today's episode, we will take you to Sagar Lake, where Tripura's Neer Mahal shines like a pearl.
I'm standing on the Fenney Bridge, which is on River Fenney. And behind me is our neighboring country, Bangladesh. This bridge will connect both the countries. On this side is Sabroom, which is the Indian part, and on that side is Ramgarh. And this bridge is only 75 kilometers from Chittagong. It has also been declared Special Economic Zone. Let's talk to the project manager of this bridge, Mr. Raghuraj Singh, and find out about the completion of this bridge. So, when do you think it would be completed?
December 2020.
In another few months, it would be completed. What were the challenges when you started this bridge?
Actually, there is no special challenge, but due to water in the river Fenney.
With the strong force of the river water, building a bridge was a difficult task. A temporary bridge had to be built, first connecting Sabroom with Bangladesh. After a lot of struggles, the bridge is finally in its completion stage. It will be inaugurated in the month of December 2020. The completion of the bridge will boost border trade between Northeast India and the neighboring Bangladesh. In addition to the trade, the government has constructed a railway line at Sabroom to facilitate cross-border trade and easily transport goods from the port to other parts of Northeast India. The existing road on the Bangladesh side is narrow. To make things easier, the Indian government provided aid to our neighbour for the construction of a wider motorable road connected to the bridge. Being a developing economic zone is not the only attraction here at the bridge. Standing in the middle of the bridge, tourists can enjoy the landscape of two different countries. The bridge is also connected to roads leading to different tourist spots located in the area.
It would give another impetus to the northeast, and it would be connecting the Chittagong bridge, and very soon the border trade will get another shot in the arm because of this bridge, and trade would become much easier and faster. From here we move on to our journey discovering Tripura. "20 kilometers from the international border, I am here at Shuvejagun Pagoda. Shuvejagun means golden pagoda, and I have with me Bhante Khemasara. Bhante in Pali language means Bhikshu. Let's talk to him and find out. This is the place of Monk community. Tell us about your tradition here and your connection with erstwhile Burma.
Yeah, we are the Monk Buddhist community living in Tripura state, called the area name Monubonkul village, and we are the traditional Buddhists following the long back Buddha Dhamma. We are following the more and traditional Buddhist to the Myanmar culture. So Myanmar culture, our culture is almost same. So we read also the script Burmese, and this area have most of the people living in the Monk community. His Holiness Dalai Lama visited here at Dhammadipa School, Monubonkul, Tripura, in the year of 17 January 2007. So when he visited here, many people are crowded, and His Holiness came by the helicopter and landed here in the school ground. At that time, ground was not much big. That we have leveled a big, and many people are very happy because His Holiness visited our Dhammadipa school.
There are also plans to make this school or promote this school into an international university. So tell us something about that.
Yeah, this school was founded by our most venerable Dr. Dhammapia. He is also Bante monk, and he is the principal of the Sabram MMD College, and he's the main pillar of our school and our trust. And because of him, we are trying to upgrade to the university level from KG1, KG2, class 1 to class 10, class 12 talk. We are running the school, and we are planning to have the university, because Northeastern we don't have much university. We are trying to get a university in this area. That is why we have approached the government. After formation of the BJP government in Tripura, our honorable Chief Minister of Biplok Kumarji, we have visited here first time to our school. At that time he was promised, and he is supporting now to get the university. Our university name will be Dhammadipa International Buddhist University.
International means students from other countries would also be coming here to study?
Yeah, many students will come, because once you start a university, many students will come from the Myanmar, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, Singapore, and other countries. Also, many Southeast Asia people will come to study here, because university campus will be at this Bonkul area and also in Sabram area, because already we have received the letter of intent from the government of Tripura. That is, we are under processing now.
Very soon this is going to be an international seat of learning. "100 kilometers from the capital Agartala, I am here at Thakurani Tila, which falls under Pilak village. This place has a historical importance. During excavation, idols were discovered which are said to be 800 to 1200 years old. Viswajit, tell us something about the idols that were found here.
There are so many idols are there. Some of them are discovered by the ASI, and they have took it gathered here, like in museum here. And it is Thakurani Tila. That does mean that in ancient time there is an old lady, Thakurani, and the pilgrimage and the monks, Buddhist monks, they used to pass in this way. In the season of rain, they used to stay here.
Including this 16 centimeter high white Shiva Lingam, there are 110 items which are here on the display, and they have been excavated from this very place and the surrounding area. This is the terracotta art, which also relates to Buddhist culture of the place, Buddhist religion, and they have been described here. These are the human forms. They are terracotta plaques depicting a warrior, a figure with tiger, man figure with tiger, man with dagger, warrior with bow and arrow. As you can see, this is 9th to 10th century old, and all these things, they belong to 6th century to the 13th century. There are also some coins which belong to the East India Company, and they have also been put on display here. As you can see, they belong to the 19th century, some of them to the 17th century, and also to the Harikela dynasty, which is 9th century AD. So from Indian to the British rule. Everything is on display here, and it is quite an interesting place to study our history, to study our culture, and ASI is taking good care of this place. Let's move ahead and find out more what lies in this place.
Pilak is an archaeological site in the Santir Bazaar subdivision of South Tripura district of the Indian state of Tripura. Many images and sculptures belonging to Buddhist and Hindu sects have been discovered here since 1927. The antiquities found here are dated to the 8th to the 12th centuries. Sandstone sculptures of the Pilak site, which represent a heterodox culture of Hinduism and Buddhism of the 9th to the 13th centuries, are on display at the Tripura Government Museum. The archaeological site used to be a part of the Samatata kingdom in historical Bengal. It is part of a series of archaeological sites that includes Menamati and Somapura Mahavihara in Bangladesh. The earliest dates of Hindu and Buddhist sculptures, terracotta plaques and seals found at the site are between the 8th and the 9th centuries. The artifacts unearthed at the site belong to Bengal's Palas and Guptas, sculptural and architectural features. Also the style of the Arakan, Myanmar, earlier known as Burma, and indigenous features is noticeable. The Archaeological Survey of India carried out excavations at the site in early 1960s, when stupas built with bricks were found. Recent investigations by ASI was at Jolaibadi and other mounds, where statues of Buddha and idols of Mahayana Buddhism were unearthed.
In front of me lies Bangladesh, and there you can see the border fencing, and I am here at the Kamla Sagar lake. This falls under Sipahijala, which is the last district of Tripura bordering Bangladesh.
This lake was dug in 1501 AD on the orders of King Dhanya Manikya in honor of his queen. The lake was expected to help villagers of the area in times of drought. Legends say that even after the lake was completed, it was completely dry. Everyone from the king to citizens was worried. One fine night, Goddess Kali appeared in the queen's dreams and advised her to run across the dry lake. The next day, when she did, as instructed in her dreams, underground waters surged wherever her feet landed. On the banks of the lake is a temple of Goddess Kali, Kasveshwari Mandir. The temple has a historical and religious significance. The idol of Goddess Kali being worshipped at Kasveshwari temple was originally brought from Bangladesh by King Kalan Manikya, but he couldn't install it. The idol was successfully installed in the temple of King Dhanya Manikya 520 years ago. The same lineage of priests has been serving the goddess, following rituals and guidelines passed down through generations.
The wildlife of Tripura boasts of some special monkeys, apes and clouded leopard. I am inside the Sipahijala Biological Park.
The speciality of the zoo is we have that special animal, spectacled langur or spectacled monkey. This is the endemic species of Tripura. Nowadays they are found in Lower Assam and then Mizoram, but they are basically from this region. They are langur. They mainly feed on leaves. The scientific name of the species is Tripura feri, and we have plenty in our zoo and also in sanctuary.
What is the speciality of this spectacled monkey?
First of all, the first specialty is their distribution. They are found only in this region. And second is the spectacle mark. You can see clearly the white patch around their eyes. This is the specialty of this species. They are actually found in Sipahijala. Then you can get them in Krishna Wildlife Sanctuary and in northern part of Tripura. And in captivity, we have here 2 enclosures, and we kept them for conservation breeding purpose also. We feed them with leaves. They are fond of leaves. They mainly love leaves. They are
Jackfruit leaves.
jackfruit leaves and other leaves, bahera and haritaki leaves. And we also give them local fruits. The breeding season of this species is November to March.
And there's another one making a lot of sound, and it is called
Hollock gibbon. This one is hollock gibbon. This is the one kind of ape. This is the only ape species found in India.
So Hollock will go there because he's been calling us for some time. So we'll go and meet him. I was telling you about the relationship between Jal Mahal and Neer Mahal. When the Maharaja of Tripura, Mir Bikram, went to Jaipur and he saw Jal Mahal, he became very much fascinated with that Jal Mahal, and when he came back here, he constructed this Neer Mahal. Neer means water. After crossing Rudra Sagar, I am here on the terrace of Neer Mahal. In 1930, it all started with a British company, Martin and Burn, and it took 8 years for this palace to be completed, which is also called the Summer Palace of the erstwhile royals of Tripura. On my right side is you can see the palace, which is extended in 400 meters, built on 400 meters. On this side was the section for the soldiers, and on my left side was for the royal family. The royal family stayed in Hawa Mahal. There were different Hawa Mahals. Hawa Mahal is also there in Jaipur.
वो जनरेटर रूम था जो मार्टिन बांड कंपनी द्वारा मेड इन इंग्लैंड से लाए थे महाराज। तो शौकीन महाराज था बोल के मतलब इधर तो उस वक्त लाइट वगैरह नहीं था, तो इसलिए जो जनरेटर लाया, तो जिस जनरेटर से पूरा महल में इलेक्ट्रिसिटी हुआ करते थे, पूरा महल में लाइट चलते थे। उस वक्त जो है लाइट तो है मतलब हमारे इधर से लालटेन जलता था, सब बम्बा बत्ती और लालटेन जलता था, लेकिन महाराजा ने जनरेटर लाकर जो है इस महल का अंदर में पूरा लाइट से भर देता था।
अच्छा, तेल कहाँ से लाते थे? जनरेटर चलता कैसे था?
तेल दुबई से लाते थे, उस वक्त तेल भी हमारे इधर में नहीं था।
The palace is the establishment of the Maharaja's great taste and his fascinating idea of blending medieval Hindu and Muslim traditions and cultures. The palace has 24 rooms in total. The palace is divided into 2 parts, The western side of the palace is known as Andar Mahal. It was made for the royal family. The eastern side is an open-air theatre where drama, theatre, dance and other cultural events were organized for the enjoyment of Maharajas and their royal families. Neer Mahal has two stairways inside leading down to a landing on the water of the Rudrasagar lake.
I have come here at the boat ghat, and there you can see there was the entrance of this palace. It is called boat ghat because the boat of the king would come here, would reach here, and then he would take up the stairs and go directly to his bedroom. Now this shows that the king was quite romantic. He was a poet in his imagination, in his outlook. In those days, the palace was decorated with Belgian tiles and Belgian glasses. But slowly and slowly, as the time passed, people took away all the beautiful things here, and this is something very bad. Now you have these jharokas. Instead of these jharokas, we had Belgian glasses. Belgian glasses were very popular in those days. They were colorful glasses, and you will find Belgian glasses in Hawa Mahal, Jaipur as well. When we are talking about a palace, song and dance cannot be left far behind. We'll show you the song and dance of Tripura, which is reflection of its culture. And now, let's go to Kumulum. Situated in West Tripura, Kumulum is the headquarters and the largest town of the Tripura Tribal Area's Autonomous District Council. Here you will find an amazing museum which houses the glimpse of tribal culture of the state. Tripura has 19 tribes and the museum has it all.
Actually, our dance is about the after harvest. We give like thanksgiving to Mother Lakshmi.
Today I'm wearing a traditional dress. This is called a traditional necklace, which is called Rangbatang. This is Rangbatang. This is Chandrahar, and here I am wearing in my earring. This is traditional earring Wakum. It is called Wakum, and this is her traditional Riganai. Then this is Risan.
A global